Okay, welcome. Today's workout is going to be chest. The exercises are going to be the flat bench, flies, mid incline bench, mid incline dumbbell press, full incline barbell press, and full incline dumbbell press. I'm starting off the flat bench with 120 pounds. The bar is 20 pounds. And I'm putting a 50-pound plate on each side, so 120. And I'm going to do that for 20 reps. Now, if you watch my shoulder workout, you would remember that I said when I do my week's workout, it's shoulder, back, chest, legs, and arms. Um, Here's the thing. I'm still working this whole thing out and how to shoot these videos. It took me 2 days to shoot and edit the shoulder one. I'm now. Alright, I did that Wednesday. It is now Friday, so 2 days there. So it takes about 2 days to shoot and edit. And, and by the way, I have to give my daughter all the credit. She's the one who actually edits these. She is a whiz at doing this stuff. So I asked if she would help, and she's been doing the editing. My son shot the first video. But he didn't want to shoot this one. But luckily, with it being chest, I was just able to take and put the phone on a stand and record it because everything's happening on the bench. So it's a very contained, static workout. I'm not moving around and changing positions a lot, like with shoulders or back or arms or even legs. So it lent itself to that. I'm gonna, hopefully the more I do these, the better I am at like pacing and all that. But so I'm gonna try to do record my arm workout tonight, and then hopefully get that up by Sunday. Do back and legs next week. That way you have a full 5 days of light workouts to go off of. Then, maybe then do heavy workout. And then I might do like a week where I do 3 full body exercises, no, workouts. And that way you can see what that looks like. And since it's only 3, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it gives me that extra day to shoot and edit. And then the days I don't lift, I'll just go to the gym and do cardio. But yeah, once again, I started with 120. I added 5 to each side. Now I'm adding 2.5 to each side. I'm not taking any rest between. As I said before, resting is changing the weights out. Now, if you noticed, there was a big drop this video from my warm-up set to my first working set. That's something I've struggled with, is like endurance. That's why I kind of like doing the heavy weeks better, because I start off with a really heavy weight. Like here, I think I max out at 130. Whereas on heavy weeks, I start at 230. So I start out a heavy, 100 pounds heavier. Um, so I'm really good out the gate for that first set. Then everything else is kind of scrap afterwards. I'm trying to keep this family friendly. So, yeah. And once again, in case you haven't seen my shoulder video, um, I wear the chain belt not because I'm trying to look cool or look bad. I just wear it because that's the only one that fits me. I'm hoping through exercise to at least make my body better. My face is my face, and that's only going to change through plastic surgery. But anyway, I digress. So I'm gonna drop down to my cool down set, which is just my warm up set weight. And I found that, and as I said in my shoulder video, that going from 4 sets to 5 sets per has made a real difference in both my musculature and strength. So and that's about it. All right. The reason I'm removing the uprights is because with flies, because I'm bringing them up, um, the dumbbell could hit the upright. So I just take them off. That way I don't have to worry about it. And I really have started incorporating flies into my regular workout now because um, I want to get more of the inner chest. Like I was finding that I was getting great development on the outer chest, but my inner chest felt really flat. So um, I started. Flies are a great way to build out your inner chest. So I decided to start incorporating them. Close grip bench press is also a really good way to get your inner chest. Um, that's another workout. That's another exercise I plan on going over with you later. Um, I call them hammer dumbbell presses. They're also really good for the inner chest, but they're really great for the triceps. And that gets back to why I alternate the way I do. Because shoulders, your main secondary muscle is your triceps. Same with your chest. So by putting your back in between shoulders and chest, you're giving your triceps a day to rest, and you can actually go a little bit heavier when you do chest because your triceps have had that extra day to rest up and recuperate. Now, I will say, if I had my druthers, I wish York still made the old-fashioned type dumbbells but with the straight load ends and the um old old style collars like I have on my barbell. They're just so much faster. And I've been looking on marketplace and stuff for a pair of old York dumbbells. The problem is most of them aren't in good shape. Some are missing pieces, and I want the higher end ones, not like the homeowner grade, which had the sleeve for a handle. But yeah, if I can find a good pair of classic vintage dumbbells, I'll probably get those. Just because I get it, I get the spin locks, but they take so much extra time to take on and off. I just like the old type collars a heck of a lot more. Okay, with these, I started off with 20 pounds, went up to 25, then 30. Now I'm at 35 pounds, and my cool down set will be 20 pounds. I also found that adding that cool down set has really helped with my muscle recovery as well. Like, I'm not as sore after the workout, and I'm not as sore the next day. And with doing flies, I really, really concentrate on form and keeping the weight under control, because it's so easy to go sideways with these. In fact, it's been a debate since I first got into lifting back in the late 80s, early 90s, um, if flies were even any good. So even back then, you had some people saying, no, flies are great, and other people saying, no, flies are horrible, never do them. I like them, but you really got to concentrate on form. Um, I make sure to keep my chest under contraction through both the positive and the negative. So I mean, obviously, I'm contracting my chest when I bring the weight up, but I also try to keep it under tension while I'm letting the weight down, because you're holding a weight out away from your body, and if you don't control it, you could lose control, and you could snap back and tear your chest muscles, or do some other damage. So it's definitely an exercise that form and control are. I mean, form and control are paramount for all exercises, but for this one, it's really important. Oh, wait a minute, no. Sorry. I started off with 30 pounds, into 35 pounds. Now I'm at 40 pounds. Um, I can't even remember what I did. Did I start off at 30 pounds or was it 25 pounds? Like I said, this was a couple days ago, and if you notice, those aren't York plates. When I went a long time without lifting, like probably near a decade, and then in 2019, I got I got back in, tried to get back into it, and I originally started with a vinyl weight plate set, which is fitting because that's what I started off with anyhow. Actually, I started off with two 6 kilogram dumbbells, uh, vinyl dumbbells. They're not made out of vinyl. They're actually a vinyl form that has had concrete poured in. Um, but and we used to call them concrete dumbbells and concrete weight plates, but now they're referred to as vinyl. I don't know, but I quickly kind of outgrew that. Like, I blew past the weight that was available, and so I kept upgrading, and I had a lot of weight plates from Walmart, some from Target. Um, so that's what I did, but I've eventually switched everything over to York. I just have a few of the old plates left. Like I said, I switched over one, like, they used to be a Pennsylvania based company. They still have a presence here in Pennsylvania. So, hometown, heritage, and also York has a higher degree of accuracy and consistency. Although I will say, um, like, calibrated plates are a waste of money. Like, there's accuracy counts only so much. Like, if your plates are plus or minus, like, 3/100ths of a pound, that's fine. Buying a set of plates that are just completely perfectly calibrated, that are dead on whatever the official weight is. It'd be a kilogram or 5 pounds. And I know a kilogram is less than 5 pounds, but I'm just using. Anyway, it's only going to be that way for a very short time. If it accumulates any dust, if it gets any sweat that dries on it, if it loses any paint, if it gets chipped, if it gets scratched, it's going to gain or lose a little bit of weight. And over time, all plates degrade. So it's like getting hung up on like being dead on, whether it's, whatever the weight's supposed to be, is a fool's errand. As long as it's close. I'd say as long as it's, no, preferably like 300s, or even 500s. That's pushing it, but it's still close enough because you're still talking, 4.95 pounds or 5.05 pounds, or whatever. Okay, yep, this is the cooldown set, so I'm at 30 pounds. So I did start out with 30 pounds. And in case you're wondering why I have my 50-pound plates on the bench, is two reasons. The primary reason is I ran out of room on my weight tree. And the second reason is it helps solidify the um, bench slash squat rack. It gives it a little bit more heft and a little bit, I wouldn't say rigidity, but it keeps it in place more. Now, the incline feature on this is very simple. It's just basically two L rods, and at the back it has a U bar that has holes drilled in it, and you slide the L rod through those holes and through a pair of eyelets on the bench, and that sets the incline to where you want. And the seat pad also has some holes drilled in. Um, um, L, I guess the way they're oriented, 7 bars, and that can raise the seat to an incline too, which I do. I do incline the seat when I do the full incline pressing movements. It's very simple. Um, it works. I mean, there's a little weeble wobble in um, the padding, but it's not much. You quickly learn to get used to it. Um, but yeah, it's a very simple way to incline and incline the bench. I was going to say decline, which is technically true because if you incline it, you have to decline it to bring it back to flat. There's also something called a decline bench, and you can't do decline benching on this bench. So I didn't want to I wanted my language to be clear. Okay, I know my description wasn't all that great, but here's what I'm talking about. I'm slipping the 1L rod through um, the mid holes to get it up. Now with this, I'm starting off with 100 pounds. So I have a 35-pound plate on each side and a 5-pound plate. So 40, 40, 80 bars, 20. Like I said, if you're just starting out, um, just try different weights to feel what feels comfortable doing for 20 reps. Um, for you, that might be, 50 pounds, which is fine. That's great. Or if you're like a really genetically gifted individual, or just being naturally strong is being genetically gifted, you may be able to start at 150. But yeah, you just have to experiment around until you can find the weight you can do 20 times. And as I said before, since I don't have a spotter, I don't go to failure because there'd be no one to help me if I couldn't get out. And I know there's two ways to do it. You either twist yourself off the bench, um, so you kind of shimmy yourself and twist, so you make the bar off balance, and then gravity takes over. It falls to the ground, and you know you usually go with it. You're skinned up, you're hurt, but you're alive. Another way is to roll the weight down to your hips and then sit up. I've done that before. Um, but also with that chain belt, the one time I tried it, the chain actually prevented um, the bar from rolling all the way down, so it just sat on my abdomen, and I couldn't breathe. So yeah, yeah, I really thought I was gonna die that day. So when you bench alone, don't go to failure. Even if you have spotter arms, don't go to failure, because anything can fail. You know, we've all seen those gym fail videos where people did have spotter arms. They went to put the weight down, and the spotter arm broke, or the whole rack fell forward. Just go to where I like to go, where the last rep, I'm like, okay, I'm really pushing this last one. I may have one or two left in me, but I'm good. And because I'm not taking breaks in between, I'm just changing the weight and going right into the next set. Um, my muscles are constantly under tension, so you don't really need to go to absolute failure. And the one thing I really like about this are the adjustable uprights. Um, the one bench I had um, before I got my York bench, it was a Weider bench. I got it at Kmart. R.I.P. Kmart, miss you. Um, I'm joking, but not really. I really like Kmart. Lots of fond memories there from a kid. Um, the uprights were not adjustable, so at full incline, the uprights were barely high enough, and I usually smacked my head when, sitting back. When for flat bench, they were super high, and I could barely get the weight off because I was pretty much almost at exact arm extension. So yeah, I really appreciate the adjustable uprights with this. And that's one thing. If you're building a home gym, try to find versatile adjustable versatile quick equipment is never going to be as good as you know specific built stuff. An adjustable bench is never going to be as good as a dedicated flat bench, a dedicated incline bench, and a dedicated decline bench. But those are 3 benches. And most people don't have the space and definitely don't have the money for 3 benches, as well as a dedicated squat rack, and everything else. So I always say for, you know, the home exerciser, the home gym user, buy versatile equipment. Um, and those multi machines, like, you sometimes see them at Walmart, um, where it's like the central plate stack, and then all these different cables and attachments to that, and they allow you to do a whole bunch of. If you're like in a small apartment or even a small house, those things are great, because they're hyper compact. They allow you to do a wide variety of exercises to work your whole body. And once again, if you're just doing this for general fitness and not to become a bodybuilder or a power lifter, that's all you need. I mean, that is really all you need. And that's my biggest criticism of the modern home gym movement, is that you see these people on YouTube and they got commercial grade home gyms, like 10,000, 20,000. I saw one for 500,000. It's like, just buy a franchise at that point. You know, just just buy your own, like LA Fitness or Planet Fitness or Crunch, or what Golds, or whatever powerhouse commercial gym you want. Just be a franchisee, so at least you can make some money back. I was getting ready to do incline dumbbell press, and then I was going to do full incline barbell press and full incline dumbbell press. And I don't really do flies anymore. I used to do incline flies, but I just got to the point where I didn't think they were really doing anything, so I only do flat flies. Um, but yeah. So once again, 5 sets each, a warm up set, 3 working sets, and then a cool down set. And for my working sets, I always add weight because of the principle of progressive overload. Now, when I do my heavy workout, I'll actually what's called pyramid down. That means I start off my heaviest and go light. That's also known as drop setting. Um, but for light weeks, yeah, I pyramid up. So all right, well, I'm gonna head off now. Anyway, have a good one. I'll try to at least record the arm workout tonight. Hopefully, get that up on Saturday or Sunday, and record back and legs next week, um, for light, and then do heavy, and you know I'll try to get to everything, and hopefully I can get this to a much smoother process. All right, everybody. Bye.